Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Parker here. Sorry I've been too busy to make an update in a little while, but we got the old motor out. There's a cherry picker. My driveway is gravel, so that was a big pain. I'll try to stick a picture up on the screen, kind of how we did it, but it was a big pain. But we got it out with not too many issues, and so that it all went pretty well, I suppose. So I've been kind of moving everything over. These cam gears, I just put them on there to be in place. I'm going to take them off when I put the cover on, but I'm waiting for one of my coolant pipes to get here. The old one on this motor was a little, sorry you can't see that, but it was a little rusty. Anyway, we're going through just putting everything on and torquing stuff down. We put the knock sensor on, camshaft position sensor, the crank position sensor. I broke the old one. It was just stuck in there, would not come out. So I got a new one. We'll be putting that in. I was reading online. I'm not 100% sure if this is my oil pressure or like my coolant pressure. I'm pretty sure it's oil pressure, but some things online and even in the user manual were a little confusing. Anyway, so yeah, we put this back in. I have a different style oil pump for if I ever want to use equal length headers. So I had to get a different size dipstick, and it looks a little different, but anyway, we got that in. So now these just came in, so I put those in, and we're going to be putting this on. Now, I looked through the user manual and I could not find where it gave me the torque specs. I'm sure they're in there. So I went online and looked, and a lot of people said that it says like 14.7 or something like that, but they said that's really too much and it strips it. So we're just kind of going to be doing it by feel. Now that this is all ready to go, we're going to be putting this on. This goes to your coolant expansion tank. That's going to sit right there. And then there's another pipe I got to get that'll run down here. Okay, so we got them all in, so we're just going to torque them. Again, I'm just going to go to 10 because so we put the intake on here. So this is a 3-inch inlet as opposed to the little bit smaller on the on your standard inlet, but it seems to fit it. It's a teeny bit tight, but I mean it's a silicone hose, so it flexes a little bit. But I think, especially once we have a gasket under here, I think we'll be good to go. So we got another. This is a camshaft position sensor. This was 20 bucks. It was used, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. There's no really reason for these to go bad. It just fits right in there. I'm sorry it's dark. The ballast and that light is not too much good, so it kind of goes off after a little while. Yeah, we're going to put that on there. I want to go find the torque specs and then torque that down. Okay, so the Subaru manual says 4.7 foot-pounds, but that's kind of hard to do something that low, so we're just going to go hand tight here with this little ratchet. That should be good. You don't want to over tighten these. So it's another day and we're back to working on this. I got a few things moved over. This piece came in. Now, over here on this one, you can see this piece. It was pretty rusty, which is why I got the new one. But as you can see, this piece, there's the one that goes here and the one that goes here, and that's all one piece. And if you can look at this one, we just have the one, and I have hose here. Now, the reason I did that was to buy this piece. The cheapest I saw was 65 bucks. Whereas this one, which is for a Forester, was 25 bucks. So I just went ahead and got this, which still allows me to get all this, which I wanted to be hard pipe. But I just ran this one with some soft pipe, which should not be an issue whatsoever. But, you know, I saved 40 bucks because I had plenty of this other pipe sitting around, so that was a big help. But yeah, a great little way to save some money. But now that that's on, we got the tensioner on. I got this off last night and put it on. It was a pain to get it off of there, but I found out if you just spray it with some PB Blaster a couple times and then get a screwdriver back there and start playing, it started to wiggle and finally came off. And then for the little, I forget what you call it, but the little nut that sits in there, again, I sprayed it with PB Blaster and then got a little screwdriver and just slowly just kept playing with it until it popped out. And then I put it into here, tapped it down with a hammer, and then I put this over and tapped that in with a rubber mallet until it went over and it pushed everything in place. So, but now that I got those done, and I got my dipstick holder in, and I got those two pipes done, we can go ahead and put this on. So one thing that I didn't realize when putting this together is that you got to get this on before we can put this bracket on. So I'm going to have to take that back out in order to get this piece on, and then once that's out, we can put everything back in and put it together. So what we don't want is need debris to get up into the part where the timing belt is. So we put a little bit of just some sticky, it's got the adhesive on the one side and some foam on the other side. Just all around here, just so we'll get a decent seal to keep debris from getting up in there. I may need some here too. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll see when we put the other piece on. Okay, so we got everything back on and torqued back down the spec. Yeah, I should have thought, I should have paid better attention when I took this off the first time to realize that this sits behind it and that you got to put this on before this, but I didn't know. But it was no big deal. So yeah, those are back on. You just want to make sure that everything seals pretty good, as I was saying, just because you don't want to get any dirt or junk in here. So yeah, we got that on. We can go ahead and put the two cam gears on. We can't torque them down yet because I don't have a good way to do that, but I'm gonna see if I can figure something out. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put those on, and then we'll see what we can do about getting the timing belt on. When you're putting on these gears, there's just a little knob right there that then lines up with that little knob right there. And they should just pretty much just like kind of slide on. Okay. And then all you gotta do is get your bolt. And get that on just like that. We're going to put the other one on, and then we're going to see about getting the timing belt on there. So our Subaru manual says T5. And T5 is 72.4 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I read online, some people said that's a little too much because it's a pain to get them back off. I might put some Loctite on them and just go to 60, but we'll see how I feel. So, to torque these bolts down, I put the old timing belt back on, except I didn't get it through there because I was having trouble making it just getting everything lined up. So I put a clamp on right here and a clamp on right there. As you can see, it is really clamped down. But yeah, that allowed me to do it. It's still here. It was still tweaking it a lot. If I had to go much tighter, it definitely would probably not want to go. But over here worked out pretty good. So yeah, we got everything torqued down. I torqued them to 60 foot-pounds, and I put Loctite on the bolts, so hopefully that'll do it. I'm by no means a professional mechanic, so, you know, the manual does say 70 something. It's like 71 or something like that, so that's what, you know, that's what I would recommend anyone else to do. But from what I've read online, people have said 60 seems to be an okay torque to go to, which should also make it a little easier if I ever have to get them back off. But I really can't imagine. There's no reason you really need a lot more, just because there's not really a lot of strain on the bolt itself. You know, it's not actually holding it; it's just holding this from sliding out. But you know, the real force is going to be from side to side. So the bolt itself shouldn't be a huge issue. I'm pretty sure 60 should be just, you know, plenty to keep it on there. But anyway, yeah, we got that on. So now we can take off the old timing belt and then hopefully get the new one on and see how that goes. Of course, the ballast of my light went out again, but we got the timing belt on. It definitely was an absolute pain, but we got her. Yeah, it was definitely tough to get on. We took that one off. We got everything lined up. Then we had to get a ratchet in here and turn this one just to the right position to get that one to line up. And then we had to force this one up and over onto this. And we had to turn this cam gear just perfect too. But we finally got it. Put that on. And then it was pretty easy to put this on. So now all we got to do is pull the pin for that. And the timing belt should be all good to go. I'm just going to look around first, though, and make sure that everything looks all proper before I pull the pin. Well, it looks pretty good, so here we go. So it'll take a minute, but that will slowly depress, which will definitely put some nice tension on this all the way around. Well, I think that may do it for this video, guys. We got the majority of everything back on. We still got to put the timing belt covers back on. I got to order one for this side. Before we do that, I ordered a new, I don't remember what it's called, this little gap thing you put over here that keeps your timing belt from skipping. So I had to order one of those. So that should be in before too long. But then, yeah. Other than that, we should be pretty good to go. We just got to put the thermostat back in, and then do some, just put some stuff in back up on top. I'm going to be running all the fuel lines and everything and seeing what works with that. But sorry, it's kind of bright. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, guys. New video will be coming before too long, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, just thank y'all for watching again. I know I say that a lot, but thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That would really help me out a lot. I'm just trying to grow this channel, you know, start putting out some good content for everybody. So thank y'all so much, and y'all have a good day.